It's horror nighttime. For those of you who don't know me, I am Jilmacy. Um, I'm trying to think of like a fun fact about myself. I have survived playing both Doki Doki and Franbo, which we've seen. So unfortunately, oh there we go. Now I can see that we're live. I watched my own stream. That's another fun fact about me. So today what I'm going to do is I'll be playing a few different horror games that I found on the Steam website. I went on Steam and I looked up free horror games that I could play on my Mac. Because Mac doesn't support a whole lot of games. So the first one is called Interactive Horror Stories, and basically what it is we will be, I'll be clicking the buttons, but we'll be playing it together. So basically, there's the Doll, After Funeral, Crystal Skull, Evil Beneath the Ground, Crystal Skull 2, Madness in Infinite Loop, and Ouija. So they are similar to Doki Doki in that we get to pick options, but they might be important. We might die if we mess up. So let's try not to mess up too badly, So to begin, we have a vote. Hello, Dem. You always get a shout out because you're the MVP. Hello, Neep. I don't know how far behind you guys are, but we're gonna find out. Hopefully we pick up, because it says I have no dropped frames, so that's good stuff. So, vote which one you would like to play. It's not just you, there is no sound at the moment. I'm not sure if this game has sound. So it's just me talking right now. Yeah, I don't know why this game, hopefully it has sound later, or else it's just gonna be me giggling and hopefully getting spooked. I do want a good spook, because Doki Doki just had me giggling, and Franbo is just a creepy vibe. So let me know which one you want. So yeah, basically gonna be some free Steam horror games. Some of them are very short, which I know. So pick one of those titles and we'll play it. I don't have a Gatorade with me today. I mean a non-sponsored energy drink. Not an energy drink, non-sponsored sports drink. Me on an energy drink would be ridiculous. We're not going to do that. I have tea. But instead of grabbing my non-sponsored sports drink, I decided to go on the Steam store and have a look at the content warnings so that we don't have something horrible happen and not have a warning. So the warnings for this game, it says violence, sex, and language. I'm not sure, I think they mean strong language, but it just says language, so maybe they start speaking a different language. And that might offend some people, I don't know. I don't think speaking another language would be offensive. I think it would be really cool. I wouldn't know what was going on, but I'd be down. And this is another stream that has my rats here with me, so that's always fun. I've got Ogden, Brackenreed, Hermes, and Apollo, which some of you who are in the Discord have seen pictures of them, because I post pictures of them in different servers frequently. They're very nice. So I'm not sure how far behind you guys are, but let me know in the chat which story we should tackle first. I don't know what any of them are about, but I'm going to assume that one of them has a graveyard in it because that was one of the promotional pictures for this game. So, we're definitely going to a graveyard at some point today. If we get to, so yeah, just toss in any title, and that will be fine from there. Oh, another announcement. I keep forgetting all of these announcements. Cassie is taking a break from the horror stream, but I would like to have her on one day as a guest. We do not have a guest today because, once again, Mac is difficult with OBS sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean today was the only day where it didn't give me massive problems. I forgot to talk there. My rat was just staring at me and I was staring back in a little stink eye. So I think the doll might be about like a haunted house with a creepy doll. After Funerals, that's probably the graveyard one. Crystal Skull, I hope we Indiana Jones on that. Evil Beneath the Ground, oh maybe that's the graveyard one. Crystal Skull 2, I don't know. Madness in Infinite Loop, is that just gonna be them like destroying my ears? And Ouija, where we contact ghosts, I think. Maybe that's in the cemetery. Maybe they're all in the cemetery. So just toss in chat which story you would like to pursue. They all seem pretty fun. And no, I'm not. Oh, yeah, the title. I'm not playing Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know how to play that. Alright, I think I'm just gonna hop into a game. I'm not sure if people are talking in the chat or if my thing is just not working. So let me know for after which game we are going to, which story we should play. I'm going to select the doll because it's at the top. And now we can hear what they're about actually. Let's read what they're about and then we can decide, and hopefully chat is as awake as I am at this time. So, for the doll, you are a single mother. Your daughter Lisa is an intelligent girl who doesn't have any friends. You buy her a rag doll. Oh, I have a rag doll. Soon Lisa will claim that the doll can talk, and this is just the beginning of your nightmare. Can the doll really be possessed as Lisa claims? If you are stuck, you can see our Facebook post about how to get a good ending in this story. No. I'm not gonna look for hints or anything. After Funeral. After Funeral is a modern Gothic story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. Oh, that's really sad. You receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says he wants to be with you once again, and he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe the messages? I don't know. Will I? Crystal Skull. You are a king who is loved by his people. You have a serious problem, though. Your only child, Juliana, has an incurable disease and she is dying. You hear about a crystal skull, which can cure illnesses and let people have visions. It is brought to your palace from the continent of America, but your man warns you that the skull might be cursed. Will the crystal skull bring health to the princess or doom? Interesting. Evil beneath the ground. You are a goth university student with no friends. I feel attacked. Just kidding, I'm no longer goth. I was goth in high school. Ugh, cringy. I think it was half goth. You join a school trip to a lake with a forest near it. If you decide to wander in the forest at night, you will find bare footprints. Those are coming from a black hole with a ladder. Will you descend down? The grammar's so weird, but yes, I will descend down. Crystal Skull 2. This time you are not a king, but a libertine billionaire in the modern age. Historical artifacts are one of your vices. A marvelous crystal skull is brought to your mansion, and the interesting part is you can hear the skull's voice in your mind when you talk. You can talk with it. But it says that it will bring you joys no mortal can ever reach. But it demands something first. Madness and infinite loop. You are doomed to live in a depressing Monday which keeps repeating itself. No matter what you do, you wake up to the same day even if you commit suicide. Can you keep your morals and mental health when nothing you do is permanent? And why are you stuck in this infinite loop? Play to find out. Oh boy. That one's dark. Ouija. You are a single father. Your wife, Linda, has passed away while giving birth to your son a year ago. Will you be able to use a Ouija board to contact with an entity who claims to be Linda in this story? Well, we'll see. So, out of that, which one do you guys prefer? Wake up, chat. I love you. Come back seat game for me. Actually, front seat game. You get to make all the decisions. But yeah, let me know for sure. There's still no sound for this game, so I don't know if there ever is going to be sound. But I sincerely hope there will be at some point anyway. All of them sound really good. We'll have to go with Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull 2. I'm gonna take what you said and go for Crystal Skull 1. Because I think I want to do 1 first before 2, just in case it spoils things. So let's hit Crystal Skull. Press any key to continue. Can we have sound, please? What key brings me sound? Loading. Your daughter Juliana is ill. She's only 18 years old, and she has got an illness that nobody could cure yet. Princess is dying, and she is your only child, an heir to the throne. Every doctor you could find tried to cure her. You've tried almost everything. Almost. You have been informed about a miraculous artifact unearthed in the continent of Antarctica. Of America. Alright. Alright. I'm dumb. America. It is a human skull made of crystal. It amazes scholars because no method is known to carve up such an excellent shape of a skull out of crystal. The skull doesn't belong to the world that you know, but to an ancient civilization that has been lost. But what amazes the scholars is not just the impossible creation. Hi, Ogden! Ogden just sprinted along the back of the couch I'm sitting on. What a good rat. The skull is told to bring miracles to whom touches it with their bare hands. Some people tell that they saw visions from the future. Some tell that they saw how the human race has originated. I don't know why I can't read all of a sudden. And some tell that the skull can cure their illnesses. Those couldn't be cured with medication available to your era. Naturally, you ordered your best men to bring the miraculous skull to the palace. It's midnight now. You are in Juliana's bedchamber. She's lying in her bed, holding her hand as you sit by her bed. No candles are lit inside. Full moon enlightens the princess's chamber, shining on her long blonde hair and her blue eyes. She is too weak. Her skin is pale. She has under-eye bags showing her illness. You already suffered the loss of your wife 10 years ago. I lost my wife too? Oh my gosh. It's an unfortunate soul. This is very sad. Now you can't stand seeing your only daughter slowly die. I don't think I could stand watching her slowly die even if my wife was still alive. I think it's going to be tragic no matter what. Juliana asks you with a soft voice, Father, am I going to die? Alright, so should we say eventually yes? Or I won't allow that. I know what I would say. Even, which is probably not the best. Oh boy. Enjoy a sip of this tea. Oh, I think the stream I'm watching of myself paused. Oh no, it didn't. We're good. Father, am I going to die? What a lovely question to have to try and answer when the answer is probably yes. Do we go all, no, I'm not going to allow that because I'm your father? Or are we just like, well, yeah, eventually. You know, probably in the next few days. I feel like that would be kind of mean, but... the stream I'm watching keeps pausing. Like, it's literally just my phone doing it. Let's see. I'm gonna say eventually yes. I don't know. It's a tough one. Won't allow or yeah. Yay or nay. Let's see. Chat, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to tell me what to do. Because I don't take crap. Other than today. I don't know if I want to be like a protective father or a realistic father. I'm a realistic person, but I'm a different character right now. Let's see. Let's go with, I don't know. This shouldn't be that hard of a question. But it is. It shouldn't be. Oh, I was going to talk to you guys in the chat and be like, hey, hello. 1 or 2? We have 1 vote for option 1, and I'm taking it. I won't allow that. She smiles. I know, Father. You are a mighty king. I know that you will do the best by your subjects and me. Oh, there's noises! That scared me. The door of the chamber is knocked on. The servants generally don't disturb the royal family members at night, so it must be something important. Oh, I can only say come in. I don't like it, it's really loud. A brunette boy, one of your servants, gets inside the chamber with politeness. He looks at you and says, "Your Majesty, the artifact has been brought. You have been waiting for this moment for a long time. Go to the artifact, or kiss Juliana's forehead, and say, 'I will come back.'" Am I going to continue to be a loving father, or am I going to kiss Juliana on the forehead and be like, am I gonna care for her before I go, or am I just gonna be like, nah fam, I gotta get that artifact? Because you know what, maybe it'll give me great riches, and then maybe I can just be super rich, and it doesn't matter if I have family or not. So, what kind of king are we going to be? The heck? I think they both are the same answer, but I don't know for sure if they are or if they aren't. I can walk over to the artifact, or I can be a dead. Oh, I'm gonna be a good father. Thanks, Tim. After you kiss Juliana's forehead and say, "I will come back," she brings your hand to her pale lips and kiss it. Then you leave Juliana alone in her bedchamber. At the exit of Juliana's chamber, you see Sir William, one of the knights those were appointed with the task of bringing the ancient skull. He is a strong man with black hair and a round beard. He wears gloves and holds a bag. "Your Majesty," he says and kneels before you. Signal him to stand up. Let's go to my study chamber. All right, come here, fella. Sir William follows you as you walk to your study chamber. The chamber is well lit with silver candelabras. All the furniture are classy. It is a king's study room, after all. There is only one chair. It is for you. You sit on it. Sir William stands by you and slowly pulls the artifact from his bag. You push the books on the study desk to open space for the artifact. "Here it is," he says, and gently puts the crystal skull on the study desk. The skull is truly a masterpiece. It is crafted by humans. All the details of the human skull are imprinted with care on raw crystal. Lights coming in from the candles are refracted inside the crystal, gaining various colors of a rainbow. It's magnificent, but you sense something sinister, something that doesn't belong to our world. Should I touch it? Should I touch it or be like, "Did you knights touch the skull?" I feel like this, the stream might be really far behind. I'm gonna have a look at what OBS is doing. While you guys catch up, I'm going to predict what I think will happen with either option. I'll probably be incorrect, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. I think if I touch the skull, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, possessed or something. Just start being overwhelmed with greed. Sort of like the King Midas that we hear about in fairy tales, which is, fun fact, not like the story of King Midas that is in Greek mythology. The touching gold thing is still the same, but he asks for it to be taken back, like almost immediately, And the god's like, yeah, sure. Like, it wasn't a rough, traumatic event. It was just, yeah, we're just gonna give it back because you're done. So I think that I'm gonna have that if I touch the skull. And if I ask if the knights touch the skull, then that's gonna seem like I'm very suspicious. So, it's a tough choice. Let's see. I think I might back and forth. It's a tough one. But I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to touch the skull. Yeah, touch the skull. As you are about to touch the skull, Sir William holds your hand and prevents you from touching the skull. Your Majesty, I think I need to tell you something about the skull before you touch it. The day we were about to leave, a native man came to us. He looked like the chief of his tribe. He knew little of our language, but he shouted some words that we could understand. Cursed. No touch. So we haven't touched the skull with our bare hands again. I know that our princess needs to find a cure. I also know that we perceived reliable information about the magical powers of the skull when it comes to incurable diseases. But Your Majesty, I've got a very bad feeling about this skull. I believe that the wise decision is to throw the skull into the sea. So option 1 is I can't let Juliana die. She will touch the skull. Or 2, I trust your insight, let's do it. So I feel like number 2 might just end the story, which I don't think we want. Having a look at how my stream's doing, I think it's pretty far behind. So it seems like I'm gonna have to make the decision for myself, which is unfortunate because I'm not a decision maker. And I've chosen a decision-making game, which is rough. Alright. Yeah, it's looking like it's not going to participate. So, that it's not going to let participation happen. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to say I can't let Juliana die, she will touch the skull. I want to say, I trust your insight, let's do it, but I feel like that's going to end the story. The knight sighs, as you wish, Your Majesty, but if you're going to bring the skull to her, I wish you would wear gloves. Alright, I'll wear gloves. I don't want to waste all the power on myself. Oh, enjoy that. That was my alarm telling me that it is 10:30 p.m. and that I should think about going to bed just in case I lose track of time. However, I'm not going to bed right now. You look for gloves around the study chamber. Sir William pulls his own gloves off. I think you wish Juliana to touch the skull as soon as possible. Let's not wait for servants to find your gloves, he says and gives you them. You wear the gloves and hold the crystal skull with your covered hands. Let me bring the skull to Juliana. You thank Sir William for his services and let him go. You carry the skull to Juliana's chamber. You enter her chamber and see that she hasn't slept yet. She rises up and sits on her bed. She looks at the skull in awe. It looks marvelous. And scary, she says. You approach Juliana and let her touch the skull. As Juliana touches the skull, she closes her eyes and doesn't react to anything in the external world. You understand that she is having a vision. After 10 seconds, she opens her eyes with a gasp. I saw things. I don't know how to describe them. They were pitch-black creatures, so ugly. Their eyes, they were red as flames, and they all stared at me. She starts to cry. Please keep this thing away from me. Please. And I want to be alone. So you decide to keep the skull in your study and let your daughter sleep. After this tiring day, you go to your chamber. There are no guards at the door, and you just trust everybody in the palace. You are a loved king. The furniture are luxurious in the chamber, too. You take a glance at your reflection in the mirror. Examine yourself or sleep? Should I go to bed or should I look at myself in the mirror? Be like, ooh, attractive Mr. King. I think I'm going to take the more exciting route and examine myself in the mirror. You take pride in how you look. You are a middle-aged man, but you still look as handsome as you were young. Your looks are an important factor that makes you a charismatic leader, besides being fair and wise. I think that my looks are why I'm such a good leader, for sure. I'm gonna sleep. Alright. Okay, you wear your proper nightgown and get in bed. It is a bed for 2 people, but you haven't slept with anyone since your wife passed away. Well, that's good, I guess. You have a secret that you keep from everyone. Sometimes you hug the second pillow in your bed as if it was someone you love. You do this since your childhood. Nobody needs to know it. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep. Aw, I'm lonely. That is unfortunate. That is sad. Alright. Father? You wake up to Juliana's voice. She gently holds your shoulder. You look at her. She has a happy smile on her face. Her skin is not pale, but saturated with life. She no longer has bags under her eyes. I feel wonderful. She takes a few steps back and starts dancing. You laugh with happiness, stand up, and hug her. Juliana walks in the corridors of the palace, dancing and laughing. You and the people of the palace are very happy to see her this way. She used to be like a ghost before. You plan a feast and invite all the lords of the kingdom. A few days later, every lord arrives to the capital city to celebrate the health of the princess. At the feast, Juliana is the center of everybody's attention. She talks with everyone joyfully, makes jokes, makes people laugh. When the feast is over, and it's midnight, everyone goes to the chambers reserved for them. You accompany Juliana to her chamber. You put a kiss on her forehead before letting her sleep. Then you go to your own chamber and fall asleep in peace. That door knocking keeps getting me because it's silent every other time. Hello, Red, welcome. You wake up to the sound of knocking on your chamber door. It's still night. You wonder who dared wake you up at this hour. Well, Let's see where the stream is. Oh my gosh. It's so far behind. That's lame as heck. So, I'm not sure why it's so far behind. Maybe it's because I have 4 games open. Maybe not. So, anyway, I'm gonna open the door. It's the same brunette boy who had informed you about the arrival of the skull. Your Majesty, I'm deeply sorry for disturbing you at this hour, but there is something wrong. There are laughing sounds coming from the princess's chamber. It's her voice, but it doesn't sound normal. Well, obviously I'm going to check it. Obviously, this is a horror story. I have to go. You walk to Juliana's chamber. Like the servant said, hysterical laughters come from inside. You decide to enter. You see Juliana at the balcony of her chamber, facing back you. Is that facing away from me, I guess? I think some of this is lost in translation. She laughs under the pale moon. You approach her and put your hand on her shoulder. She turns back to you. Her face is normal, smiling. Just when you are going to ask if she is okay, she responds, I know it looks funny, Father, but I am fine. Please, leave me alone, she says. She stops laughing, gets in her bed with a smile on her face. You decide to leave her alone. You go back to your chamber. You can't sleep. You feel something is wrong. So wrong. Something's wrong. I can feel it. And just like that, copyright came after us. Oh. The door of your chamber opens. There's only one person who is allowed to enter without knocking on the king's door. So you understand that it's Juliana who entered. Like you guessed, you see your daughter's silhouette. She closes the door and approaches you with a smile on her face. Oh, heck. Guys, I think we messed up. Juliana? She leans down on you, gently pulls the other pillow that you don't use. Juliana is dead, she says, pushing the pillow on your face. Guys, we messed up. No, it's red. No. You struggle, but whoever or whatever is trying to kill you is too strong. The king is dead. Long live the king, she shouts. Why is your own daughter committing patricide / regicide and referring to herself as king rather than queen? That doesn't make sense at all. This is the end of your reign and life. Presenting you to continue. The end. There are 3 endings. Press any key to continue. Okay, so we died. Alright. The scariest, my review on that. The scariest thing was definitely the doors opening and shutting. Since there was the request at the very beginning from them for the Crystal Skull 2, I will select that now. So this time we are not a king, but a libertine billionaire in the modern age. Historical artifacts are one of your vices. A marvelous crystal skull is brought to your mansion, and the interesting part is you can hear the skull's voice in your mind. You can talk with it. It says it will bring you joys no mortal can ever reach, but it demands something first. It's gonna demand my soul. That's what it's gonna demand. So, play. I'm so sad that the stream is so far behind. I want to be with you guys. Or maybe it's just my Wi-Fi that has me so far behind. Who knows? Crystal Skull 2. Ooh, I get to swear. You consider yourself a lucky man. You are a European billionaire in his 30s. Yeah, that's definitely me. After the recent death of your father, your mother died a long time ago. Oh, now it's sad. You inherited the family manor and company. You are also single and handsome. Yes, you are a lucky son of a bitch. Oh, hell yeah, I am. This is exactly me. as a libertine. I don't know what that even is. I think I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I have no clue. You have indulged in many vices, those we can't mention because of censorship. What? Oh, you have never harmed anyone against her will, though. Okay, so that's good. But all of the against her will. So we've harmed men? What? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna say that's lost in translation. But all these wild experiences couldn't slake your thirst. You want to taste what was not tasted before. Conquer the unconquered. Nowadays, you have a new interest. Historical artifacts. Prehistoric vases? Vases? Vase or vase? I don't know how it's pronounced. No, you don't like boring things. You own Alexander the Great's sword, which he used for cutting down Gordian knot. You didn't obtain it in legal ways, but that doesn't matter to you. And you seek more. Alright, so it's basically me right here. It's a summer night. Your smartwatch shows 1:11. All your 6 servants are asleep in their rooms. That's the way you like it. You don't like being disturbed by their presence at night. You want to be alone at this hours while enjoying your malt whiskey. Ooh, fancy. You are in front of your laptop in your study room, checking social media. Yes, even billionaires do it, with a glass of whiskey and Cuban cigars. Am I smoking in my house? Why would you ever smoke a cigar in your house? That's... Outside, that's fine. Inside, mm-mm. You remember that you haven't checked your emails in a while. Ooh. There are 6 unread emails. 4 of them are business mails. One of them from your friend Phil, another rich man. You will love this. In the subject of the mail. The last one is from Bill, an artifact smuggler. Crystal skull, he says in the subject. I'm gonna read my friend's mail first. The mail consists of a single image. It belongs to a creepy clown with sharp teeth and a hideous smile on its white face. Low-key lighting and the blood that spills from his mouth make the image even more disturbing. You have a phobia of clowns, and Phil knows it very well. Reply with fuck you, or don't reply the mail. Phil? Phil! That's so mean! I hate you, Phil. Okay, reply fuck you, Phil. Let's read the business mails, because I think the smuggler's mail is gonna be last. These mails are from your employees. They inform you the painkiller medicine that your enterprise produces can't be sold in Sweden anymore. You are too drunk to handle the situation right now. This medicine ban is not such an important loss for your enterprise anyway. You produce and export many other products. Our painkiller got banned in Sweden? What are we selling? Because clearly that's not good. That is not a good thing to sell. There's one unread email. Alright, I guess I'll read it. I have to show you this, Bill says, without using capitalization, because Bill is a smuggler. He doesn't need to have grammar. This skull is made of pure crystal and nobody knows where it is from. You won't believe its story. Okay, so you're just gonna use text-speak with me on an email. Bill, I don't know if I can trust you. Okay. He has taken a photo of the skull with his phone. The fluorescent light in his room is weak, but somehow the skull is clearly visible in the photo. Despite the quality of the photo, the skull looks amazing with its shiny material. But you have also seen enough crystal jewelry to know that Bill isn't showing something fake here. I hope you all enjoy my burping. I don't know why. Whenever I get on like a live stream or like a voice chat or doing a read aloud or something, I start burping. Someone explain that. I normally don't do it very often at all. Even when I'm like talking all the time. Just on live streams. So I hope you also feel very welcome and happy about that. You are the people that get to witness this side of me. Bring it to the mansion or I am not interested. Well, obviously bring it to the mansion. That's no fun if I say don't bring it to me. There are no unread emails left. Wait for the smuggler. Of course. So you turn your computer off and start waiting for Bill. Oh, I thought I was on my phone. 15 minutes later, your phone rings. The melody is Amato Mio by Pink Martini. I don't know what that song is, and I feel like I'm supposed to. It shows that Bill, as the caller, was Bill the smuggler? I forgot. I think I'm gonna say that Bill's the smuggler. We're gonna answer the call. Hello? You pick up the phone and answer the call. Hey, it's me, dude. Oh, am I dude again? Am I dude? Throwback to dude. What a legend. Bill says it on the phone. Looking out the window, you see him standing in the doorway. I didn't want to wake your people up. Open the door for me, will ya? Okay, I guess so. You leave your study room, descend the stairs, your study room is at the 3rd floor of the mansion, and open the huge wooden door of the mansion. Bill smiles at you. It is nice to see you again. I'm sure you'll love what I've got here. He shows you his full khaki sports bag. Bill has a khaki sports bag? Bill, get out of my house. We are all about fashion, and if you're bringing me a khaki sports bag, that is so... never. I can't think of when a khaki sports bag was in style. What? Bill, I'm disappointed. Let's move on to the study room. You climb up the stairs to your study room as Bill follows you. After you reach there, Bill closes the door of the study room and pulls the artifact from his bag. Bill puts the crystal skull on your desk with a confident smile on his face. Oh God, you have seen many things in your life, but the skull is one of the prettiest one ever. The skull is made of pure crystal, and all the details of a human skull is imprinted. It refracts the light from the room with elegance. Bill is ready to answer your questions. Okay. How did you obtain it? I was afraid you'd ask that, because you won't believe me. After a long pause, Bill continues. It is brought to me by a diver who dived in the seashore. He said that he started hearing voices inside his head when he was in the sea. Find me, the voices told him. He swam to the direction of the voices and found a floating bag. It is strange, you'd expect a skull like this should have been sunk, but it was floating, and the rest of the story is even stranger. Oh? After he found the bag with the skull, he continued hearing voices. They gave him my phone number. He told them he would never do any illegal shit like giving a historical artifact to a smuggler, but he couldn't disobey the voices. And you won't believe me, but when I touched the skull, I began seeing shit. Beautiful shit. I saw myself fucking 2 hot bitches. Can you believe it, dude? Bill's the worst. He sends emails in text speak, and then he comes up with a khaki sports bag, and now he's talking like this. Bill, the only shit here is the shit that you need to get together. So I'm gonna call bullshit on that, even though I totally believe you. I don't expect you to believe me anyway, but you should touch the skull too. Come on, touch it. I'm gonna touch it. You approach the skull and touch it with your bare hand and the vision starts. Yes! You are something magnificent. Definitely not a human anymore. Something way beyond human. A cosmic entity. You are omniscient, but you can see and hear the whole universe. No secrets are kept from you. You are inside every mind that exists on Earth. Now you see yourself in the form of a human. You're at the top of a hill, under the sun. You are not alone. There are millions of people around the hill. They are all naked and on their knees. They chant your name. You know they are yours. And the vision ends. It feels like you hit the ground when you were flying high in the heavens. You find yourself touching the skull, and Bill is looking at you with a smile. I told you, he says. That skull is magical. Bill is ready to answer your questions. Who crafted this and when? I have no idea. The skull is found in a bag in the sea. It resembles nothing I have ever sold or heard. I didn't even know that it was possible to craft a baby like this. Look at that. Isn't it wonderful? Bill is ready to answer your questions. How much do you want? Is that euros? I think. I don't know. No, that can't be euros. Well, he wants... Please don't make fun of me. I think that's $1 million. $1 million? Huh? Yeah, $1 million. Don't make fun of me, I'm bad at math. Normally, I would sell it by auction, but really, I don't want to keep this thing. I feel like I can lose it if I keep it for more than a few hours. You had bought much more boring things for higher prices. Bill is ready to answer your questions. That's enough. I want to buy it. We're buying it. Bill smiles. Great. Make the money transfer and the skull is yours. Transfer $1 million to Bill. Yeah. You open your computer once again. Of course you don't use banks for illegal stuff like that. Instead, you open your Bitcoin account. That's right, you heard it here, folks. Bitcoin is only for illegal things. With a few clicks, all the money is sent to the smuggler. It doesn't take long for Bill's phone beep. He looks up to his phone and smiles. It was a good deal, dude. He waves at you while leaving the study room with his empty bag. If you want anything, you know whom to call. Soon you hear Bill's car leaving the mansion. Now you are alone in the study room with the skull. I have one option. Touch the skull. Yes, touch the skull. As you touch the skull, something strange happens. All the lights in the room go off, but the crystal starts to shine and emit white light illuminating the room. You hear a voice, male or female, you can't figure it out, in your mind. Greetings, mortal. I'm gonna use my own voice for this. You can feel the skull gazes into your soul. I can hear you. Talk to me. Not gonna use my own voice, apparently. I'm gonna ask, are you stuck in this crystal skull? I see and hear and know everything. My existence is far beyond this material skull. Hi, Ogden. Ogden didn't like that tone in my voice. He just looked up at me startled, like, I don't think I've never made that voice around him, I don't think. Poor buddy. Ogden, I love you. The skull waits for your questions. Who are you? I've got many names. Okay, so we're just gonna make names that I cannot pronounce. Zurasil is one of them. Some perceive me as an angel, some as a demon, some as God. The truth is, there are forces in the universe inconceivable to a tiny human mind, and I am one of those forces. For ages I have been worshipped by mankind and the entities unknown to your world. But I am forgotten. I am preparing my return. God, I don't believe in you. I'm a rich boy. I don't need to believe in God. I am a rich boy. Haha, I don't need your belief. You are rich, but still mortal. I have been worshipped millennia ago, before you were born. I will still exist after your death. Your lifespan is my minute. In fact, I can kill you right now like a worthless insect. Do you want to die? Go ahead, try to kill me. Oh shoot, I think I might have killed my character. Suddenly you feel like you feel a tremendous agony in your whole body. It feels like a giant is stepping on you as if you were a little insect. You are also unable to breathe. Oh yeah, that's also a problem. You fall into the carpet with unbearable pain. You squirm and try to catch your breath, but it chokes you. After 15 seconds, that feels like an eternity, it releases you, and you hear the words in your mind. I am a merciful God. Let's see. The skull waits for your questions. What are you? Wrong question. It's who, not what. Okay, I'm sorry. Dang. Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are, like I know everything else. You're a billionaire who's afraid of clowns and hasn't earned his fortune with his hard work. You want to taste all kinds of joy on Earth. I can give you what you want. It was not a coincidence that the diver and Bill brought me to you. Yes, I can give you what you want. Oh. Now we're talking. What will you give me? You are stuck in a mortal human body. You can be a cosmic entity like me. You will know everything, be ageless, immortal, and worshipped. But I demand something first. The skull waits for your questions. Yeah, what do you demand? Ancient civilization. Ooh. Ancient civilizations always offered me something valuable. They sacrificed human lives for me. I want you to kill someone innocent. You know, normally, I would definitely say no to this kind of proposition. But I can't say no to this. This is a good proposition. I'm gonna say yes. Because I feel like that will take the story in a more interesting direction. Maybe I'm just killing off every character we have, but I'm interested. Okay, I know someone who you can kill. That was quick. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nobody cares about the lives of prostitutes. You will find a young girl on the alley that you always buy something. You know what that is. Her name is Nina. She has short red hair and she's a virgin. This is going to be her first and last night she does her job. You'll recognize her when you see her. You won't need to hide anything after you sacrifice her to me, as you will be above all law of humans. Oh gosh. Okay, so now we're going for a young girl? Excuse me? I thought we were just killing somebody, like an adult. Like that would be any better, though. Not gonna murder anyone, I can't do it. Dang it, suddenly you fall on the floor. You try to stand up, but your whole body is paralyzed. And you stand up, but not voluntarily. Something controls your body. It walks to the window of your study room and opens the window. It climbs through it. With horror, you look at the concrete floor 10 meters away from the window pane you're on. Dang it, I should have said deal. And it lets your body fall. You gain control of your body once again while you're in the air, but you can do nothing to prevent the fatal fall. Newspapers will write that a rich billionaire has committed suicide. The end. This game has 4 endings. Dang it, I should have said deal! Why did I do that? No! Ah! This is supposed to be Horror Night, not Jill gets angry at this stupid game. Okay. So far, I have killed off our characters, twice. So that's embarrassing. Let's see. Let's see, what someone suggested another one before. Trying to remember what that was. I think it was Evil Beneath the Ground. So we're gonna check out Evil Beneath the Ground. You are a goth university student with no friends. You join a school trip to a lake and the forest near it. If you decide to wander in the forest at night, you will find bare footprints. Those are coming from a black hole with a ladder. Will you descend down? Of course I'll descend down to Evil Beneath the Ground. You are a young university student who identifies as a goth. You are a lonely person. People think that you want to be alone. But in fact, you couldn't find someone you felt affinity. Everyone is so distant from you. Nobody you know listens to the music that you love. You like Bauhaus, This Mortal Coil, The Sisters of Mercy, etc. Yeah, I don't know who any of those are, so clearly I'm not a goth. You heard about a university field trip to a lake and that forest around it in autumn. There would be a picnic. Also, alcohol is permitted. You could bring your own drinks. You join the field trip. Not only maybe you could make some new friends, but you also love the nature, especially when it's a cold season. Frickin' goth. But of course you couldn't make new friends once again. During the 2 hours of bus travel, you found out that every other student who joined the trip were already friends. They simply ignored you. You also didn't approach them. Wow. What a call out! If this game would like to not insult me, that'd be nice. As a result, all you could do during the bus trip was looking outside the window or play games on your phone while you listened to their joyful laughters. Ouch. Sounds like my first trip with my college's soccer team. Whew. You have mixed feelings about this picnic by the lake. You can't feel yourself as part of the joyful youth. You're still their age, I think, who are enjoying the nature trip after having a picnic barbecue. They played a game with a ball in which they formed a circle and tried not to let the ball touch the ground. Everyone participated in the game, except for you. Maybe you should go in. You should ask, "Hey, can I play? Hey, can I join?" They'll be like, "Yeah." But you enjoy the nature trip somehow. As said before, you love the nature. You took pictures of the lake with your phone. You don't plan to post the pictures anywhere, though. And there's a huge forest near the picnic area. You have always found found peace in the green of the forests. After the sun set, people began to light a campfire and drink. People around your age generally prefer beer. But you don't like it. You feel it overfills your stomach and causes nausea after 2 cans. Instead, you prefer stronger drinks. Today you brought a bottle of red wine and a wine glass. And once again, we're calling me out for not liking beer. Okay, beer's not the worst, but it's not the best. But then again, I don't like wine either unless it's super sweet because I have a sweet tooth. They gathered around the campfire while you drank your wine, alone, away from them. No, this is just so sad. A handsome guy, has brought his guitar from the bus and began to play around the fire. Anyway, folks, this is Wonderwall. While you finished your second glass of wine, campfire and moon illuminate the darkness. Sun has already set. There are about 5 hours for the picnic to end. You will be going back to the city with buses. He is playing a calming song. You might join the group. But you also have a strong urge to walk into the dark forest. As much as I think going into the forest would be a good scary ending and scary stuff, we're going to join the group. You approach the group. 2 girls notice you. They open a space for you to sit between them. One of them is blonde, the other has long black hair. They wear colorful clothes, contrasting with your black outfit. How are you? We're gonna make friends. Blonde girl says, "We are fine." They neither say anything else nor ask you how you are. They've made room for me and then they insult me? With this rudeness? Come on. What are your names? The one with black hair says, "We have boyfriends." Oh, I thought I was playing as a girl. I guess I'm playing as a boy. Or maybe I'm playing as a lesbian. Or a bi girl. Heck, how did I forget about queer people? I'm literally queer. Dumb idiot. I only asked your names. You're trying so hard, aren't you? The blonde says, and they both laugh. I can say, "Fuck you, I've tried to be nice and leave them without saying anything." I'll just leave them without saying anything. You can stay with the other students or go to the forest. We're gonna stay. Those were just some rude girls. We're gonna make friends. Nothing interesting happens the rest of the day. You finish your bottle of wine and can't make any friends as usual when the time comes to get on the bus and go back to the city. Yes, it's a lame ending, but at least you're still alive and human. The end of this game has 3 endings. Alright. I picked the lame ending. So how was that scary story, everybody? Scary story of goth that can't make friends. Alrighty then. So the evil beneath the ground was actually just the meanness of those girls. Oh, that is unfortunate. Let's see. There's the doll. After funeral. And Madness and Infinite Loop or Ouija. I kind of want to go with the doll. I'm curious about this possessed doll. So I'm going to be a single mother. My daughter, Lisa, is an intelligent girl who doesn't have any friends, and I buy her a rag doll. Soon Lisa will claim that the doll can talk. And this is just the beginning of my nightmare. Can the doll really be possessed as Lisa claims? If you are stuck, you can see our Facebook post about how to get the good ending in the story. Oh, so it's hard to get the good ending. I can't tell what the picture is there. Oh, it's the doll looking right at me. That's not what a rag doll looks like, but okay. I have a rag doll. Okay, play. The doll. Yes. As a single mother, you know how hard it can be to look after a 13-year-old girl. Hard but still joyful. Her presence gives you all the strength you need. Her name is Lisa. She's a shy girl. She doesn't talk much. You got divorced 3 years ago because he cheated on you with his secretary. What a jerk! Lisa misses her father, but you don't allow her to see him. She adores her father, but you think he is an asshole. Well, clearly I'm gonna think he's an asshole if he cheated on me. I don't allow her to see him if she adores him? What? That's not very nice, unless there's other reasons. Lisa is a special kid. Her teacher once said that she is too intelligent for a girl her age, but you already knew it. Okay, I've got a story. So I have a few cousins with younger children, and so I've noticed this trend that's so funny. Every child is advanced. If you ask the parent, every child has one thing that they are advanced at, and you're gonna hear it every time. Like, oh, they're really big for their age, or, oh, they're already doing this at this age. It's so funny. I love it. Every child is advanced. Like, yeah, I get it, love your child, but it's just so strange to me. Anyway, her reactions are unexpectedly mature. She is also hardworking. You expect perfection from her. Her teacher told you that you must take Lisa to a psychiatrist. You will do it soon. She is a lonely girl. Maybe because she doesn't talk much, you think that she needs friends, so you bought her a rag doll to cease her loneliness. Lady, your daughter's 13. I don't know if she'll necessarily want a rag doll anymore. When I was 13, I think I was beyond rag dolls. I had my rag doll I got it when I was 8, for my 8th birthday, so. If you're 13 and you're watching it, please don't be 13 and watching this. There's some weird stuff happening. If you're 13, please stop. Please stop being 13. No, I suggest you watch a different stream of ours and not this one, because this game has explicit. Nope, that's the wrong one. This game has violence, sex, and language. I think they mean mature language. You bought the rag doll from a local toy store. Not an expensive toy, nothing too fancy. Lisa might still like it. You know that expense doesn't make Lisa happier. The doll is a girl with big blue eyes and curly black hair. She has a wide grin that you can call friendly. Oh, friendly's in quotes, uh-oh. Her dress is red, matching her shoes. She also has eyebrows. I'm glad that she's got eyebrows. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. Did you know? She's got eyebrows. The unnamed doll waits for her new owner in Kid's bedroom. We just forgot Lisa's name. You haven't brought Lisa home from school yet. It's Friday, not a sunny day. The sky is covered with gray clouds. You are driving your car. Lisa sits next to the window seat. The seatbelts are worn tight. She looks from the window blankly, without any expression on her face. You remember the maths exam's results are going to be announced today. Well, let's ask about if she was able to make friends today. Let's care about her social life. No, she says with a determined voice. They are just idiots. For example, they see the other classes in the school as enemies, as if they were an enemy nation with a different religion. I mean, it is still silly to be enemies because of race or religion. These morons in my class hate each other just because they're in different classes. You're in, you're 13, so you'd be in grade 8. You still hate the other class? What? My goodness. I feel that, girl. Let's see. How are the exam results? Lisa sighs. Terrible. I'm 7th in the class. Not like the previous exam. I know you will be mad at me. I didn't study enough. 7th in the class? Dang, girl, that's impressive. It's okay, darling. You're good. She looks at you surprised. You always scolded her whenever she wasn't the best. Now you say, it's okay, darling. She continues watching the cars passing by. Well, maybe I want to be the nice mother. You are driving a car. Oh, okay, I guess I'm going to tell her I bought you a rag doll today. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, she says. There isn't any excitement in her voice. Yeah, because you got a 13-year-old a rag doll. I don't think 13-year-olds want rag dolls. I guess I'm going to continue driving now. You finally arrive home. The doll is in your bedroom, Lisa, you tell her. She climbs up the stairs slowly. Apparently she isn't so excited about the doll. You follow her to her bedroom. She picks up the doll that's on her bed. I will think of a nice name, Lisa says, but I have to do homework to do first. Play comes after study. Don't go hard on yourself, girl. That's what's wrong. Don't go hard on yourself. So you leave Lisa alone in her room. You have got a lot of work to do anyway. Not only will you cook, but you also need to work on a novel's cover illustration as a freelance artist. The deadline is close, so you work hard nowadays. You work all day. The only break you take is dinner. You don't talk about anything during dinner with Lisa. You're eating dinner at a table with one other person who is in your immediate family and you don't even say hi? Interesting. It's 22 o'clock. Time for bedtime for Lisa. Okay, 22 o'clock. Is that 10? I'm gonna say it's 10 p.m. You visit Lisa before she sleeps. She's in her pink dotted pajamas. She's holding the doll in her arms. Mom, I'm gonna tell you something, but you won't believe. After a few seconds of silence, she speaks. The doll can speak. She told me her name is Anna. That's a cute name. That's my grandma's name. Anyway. Go on. Tell me more, child. Lisa explains. Anna says that she was nothing but a piece of light, a light drifting in absolute blackness, a weak light from the infinite darkness. Then she found life in this doll. She was waiting in the toy store for a friend, lonely, and today she found me. She says that she loves me. And what did you tell her? Lisa smiles. I said that I would be her new friend, and I will always love her, she continues, and then she told me that she was happy. Happy like the times when she used to be an angel. Well, I'm gonna pretend that I don't know about this, and so I'm going to say that I believe you. Keep the doll. I'm gonna pretend that I don't know anything crazy. Lisa doesn't show her emotions usually, but this time you can see that she is surprised. Oh, thank you so much, Mom, she says. You kiss her goodnight and leave her with Anna, the doll. Because of all the hard work, you begin to feel tired, and you go to bed. It doesn't take long for you to fall asleep. A few hours later, you wake up to sounds coming from the outside. Well, here we go. No! I've done it now. You hear hysterical laughters coming from the garden. They belong to a girl, specifically Lisa. You stand up and look out the window. You see Lisa standing in the garden under the pale moonlight. She is facing back. You can't see her face. I'm gonna go out to the garden. I'm not gonna shout at her. You climb down nervously. You wear your shoes and walk to the garden. Lisa doesn't react to your presence. You approach Lisa and put her hand on her shoulder. She turns to face you. It is not Lisa's face. Oh no. It is not even a human face. The texture of the face is a gray rag. The eyes are quite big for a human, so it is a wide smile. The voice changes. It doesn't belong to a girl now. It doesn't belong a girl now, but a demon. She stares at you and laughs. Oh no. You wake up. It was just a nightmare. You are all sweaty with terror. The morning has already broken. You decide to check on Lisa. Oh good. Lisa is sleeping peacefully, hugging Anna. Anna is carrying that wide smile that annoys you now. But hey, it is normal. It would be terrible if the doll's face was different than how you bought it. You go to the kitchen to prepare a weekend breakfast. You usually make omelet with sausage on Saturdays. You will repeat that habit today. Then why tell me that I usually did? Okay. I think that it's a little bit lost in translation, because the ragdoll I have does not have a face. Like, at all. But I think, it might be a Mennonite tradition. Because, there is a Mennonite tradition where you can't put a face on a doll or anything like that because only God can give a person a face. So that might be why mine doesn't have a face on it. Never mind. Ragdolls can have faces, I think. You are in the kitchen, and you take sausage and eggs from the fridge. You need to slice the sausage, so you open the drawer and pick up the meat knife. Something is wrong. The knife isn't there. Why would I look inside the garbage bin for the knife? I'm gonna search for the knife in the kitchen. You search the whole kitchen. No drawer is looked into. Oh boy. You even looked into the fridge. No, the knife isn't there either. There is only one place you haven't looked inside. The garbage bin. You open the lid. You couldn't find the knife inside the garbage bin. Well, what did you expect? Anyway, you searched the knife in everywhere possible, but it's in vain. So you decide to use another knife to prepare your omelet. That wasn't your first thought? Your first thought wasn't to find another knife. Are you serious? Girl, you gotta work on some stuff here. After you prepare the omelet, Lisa wakes up and joins you in the kitchen. You eat breakfast with her. She doesn't look so happy. There's an uneasiness on her face. Did Anna speak again? Yeah, let's ask her that. Let's be nice. She did not speak today, but she kept changing her facial expression. Sometimes she looked so happy, sometimes not. She was frowning. There was anger in her face. I can't understand her. Lisa continues eating the breakfast. You eat the breakfast with her. She doesn't look so happy. There's an uneasiness on her face. Let's say the meat knife is missing. It is strange, Mom. I have no idea where the knife went, Lisa answered. I'm not gonna ask anything. The breakfast is over. I need to study math, says Lisa, then climbs up to her room. You also need to work on the novel cover. You are both busy now. It is evening now. Oh, that was fast. I'm glad we worked hard and had a long, productive day. As you work on the cover, you hear screams from Lisa's room. You rush to her room and you find Lisa standing and breathing in panic. Her arms are full of stitches. Oh, she stitched herself up? That's good. She did it, Lisa screams, showing her heavily wounded arms as blood leaks down to the floor. She jumped and ran away, Lisa points to the open window. You look outside. You can't see any running dolls there. Maybe because she ran away, or it is too dark outside, or Lisa is lying. I won't allow her to harm her, Lisa, or slap. I'm not slapping my daughter! Oh my gosh, even if she did that to herself, that's not the right response. Do not smack your kid! I won't allow her to harm you, Lisa. My goodness. You crouch and hug Lisa. As she cries, I know how hard it is to believe me. Now, thank you for believing me, but please, I want to stay alone. I know that she won't come back. So you let her stay alone in her room. After closing the windows and locking the door, you make sure that no doll can trespass. You get into your own bedroom next to Lisa's room, so you can hear her in case she needs you. Holy shit. That got me. Okay. That's fair. I am not... It's so weird because there's no music and then all of a sudden the thing is so loud. I had a heart attack there. My goodness. Okay. Write that down. First time in 3 games that I have been legitimately frightened. Alright. It's 3 a.m. now. It's raining outside. Lightning's striking and lighting your dark bedroom. You haven't slept. You don't care about the freelance work you got. All these events make you too stressed to care about business. You see Lisa's silhouette at the door. She walks in. She's gonna stab me. Lisa turns on the light and approaches you. Mom, I need to confess something. The doll was not possessed or anything. I made that up. I really need to get psychiatric help. I feel a huge urge to murder you. Please help me. You hug her. You had done parenting failures before, but it is not too late to fix them in your mentally ill daughter. The end. There are 2 possible endings. Oh. Oh. That's the end? Okay. Yeah, we'll get her some help. That's a good ending. She was struggling. She was struggling with some mental health issues, and we're going to get her help. And the reason we got a good ending is because we didn't smack her, and we didn't tell her to only study and always get mad at her constantly. By being nice parents, we were able to help this situation. But oh my gosh, that lightning strike, come on. Whew. That was a good one. Alright. Let's go to Madness and Infinite Loop, I'm gonna go with. You are doomed to live in a depressing Monday, which keeps repeating itself. No matter what you do, you wake up to the same day, even if you commit suicide. Can you keep your morals? I almost said your mortals. Your morals and mental health when nothing you do is permanent. And why are you stuck in this infinite loop? Play to find out. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. You wake up in your bed. You wish you were dead. In fact, you should have been dead. You committed suicide lots of times before, but no, there is no afterlife for you, only the repeat of the same day. Not only do you hate your never-ending day, but also yourself. You have an obligation to go to work. You hate your job, the small cubicle in the cold office. Maybe you should do something crazy today and spend the day at home. Or kill yourself. Well, I'm gonna go with not killing myself. You are in your bedroom. It is a rainy morning. There is a wooden table near your bed. On the table, there are your alarm clock and a picture of you with your ex-wife. Why is that picture still up? Take that down. Get rid of that picture. There's a drawer beneath the table. Wooden table near the bed. Let's look at the window. You're at the 13th and top floor of the apartment building. Well, that's why. Lucky 13. The sky is covered with gray clouds. Its grayness is reflected upon everything you see. People are walking in a hurry. Some of them don't have umbrellas on this rainy morning. There are no green trees, only high concrete structures. There isn't a trace of happiness out there. Dang. It's sad. Let's open the drawer. You open the drawer. There's only one important item in there. Your 9mm pistol. It has a capacity of 17 rounds. That's a lot of rounds. I say this like I know something about guns. I literally have not shot a gun or had anything to do with a gun. I think I looked at one once. I might have touched one once. Maybe. Yeah. I think I might have. Okay. Pick up the pistol. No, close the drawer. We're not killing ourselves. We're leaving the drawer alone. Look at the alarm clock. Your digital alarm clock shows 7 a.m. Monday with its green LCD lights. No LEDs. It's LCD only. This is the exact time you wake up each repeating morning. It is always Monday whenever you wake up. This is starting to sound like quarantine, except worse. You are in your bedroom. Oh, I already read that. Let's look at the picture. The photograph shows you with your ex-wife at the beach when you were on your honeymoon. She has long black hair, brown eyes, and a pretty face. She was the prettiest woman for you when you were together. You both look so happy in this frame, with sincere smiles. But it was the past. You feel terrible guilt looking at this picture. Let's go to the bathroom. You are in the bathroom. Looking at the mirror, you see that you need to shave. Your beard grew a few millimeters, bad enough for your work. If you wish, you can scar your face with your razor or cut your wrists and commit suicide. What the heck? Okay, trigger warning. This is getting ridiculous. They are very nonchalant about this, because you wake up with an intense self-hate each morning. Okay, let's shave our beard. You shave your beard. You hate how you look when you don't have facial hair. Even your mother says you look like an egg this way. Mom, don't say I look like an egg. Even if it's true. Cut my face, cut my wrist in the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the living room. We're not doing that. You are in the living room now. There are your old television and worn sofa in front of it. Your dispersed suit is on the sofa. You can either go to work or spend the whole day watching television. You'll probably get fired if you choose it. Well, let's spend the day watching TV. You turn on the old television and sit on the sofa in front of it. We're repeating the same day anyway, so let's have a different day. The first channel you see airs the news. The news are about going to war on a distant part of the planet. You see bombed homes and dead children under the debris. Immigrants are trying to flee on overcrowded boats. Next channel. The second channel airs a beauty contest, but for little kids. You see kids with makeups. Their painted faces disgust you. The jury consists of elder men. No. Next channel. The third channel airs an advertisement about a new antidepressant. It shows a young woman running with happiness in fields of grass and flowers. But you notice that the grass and flowers are plastic. Dang, if that's not an antidepressant commercial, I don't know what is. Turn on the next channel. Now you see something you never expected to see on television. It's a man in a suit, but his head is a goat skull. The man or demon with goat skull gazes into your soul. Oh, hey there. He asks you, you are stuck on infinite loop. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Do you remember why this is happening to you? No. Let me show you then. You won't like it. Okay, show me. Television shows your ex-wife's face. She is crying with despair. A 9mm pistol gets in the frame. It's pointed at her head. No. Oh my gosh, here we go again. I am not good with these sound effects. Okay. The sound effects are so bad that I threw my headphones off my head. Alright. We're having a time. The camera now shows the man who pulled the trigger. You. Well, I knew that. You see yourself cry like a baby. You killed her, but you still loved her. The television screen fades away. What will you do? I'm going to take sleeping pills and sleep. Your sleeping pills have been your best friend. They make you sleep instantly. You could like them more if they made you wake up to a different day, though. You take 2 pills and go to sleep. You wake up in your bed. No! You wish you were dead. In fact, you should have been dead. You committed suicide lots of times before. But no, there is no afterlife for you. Only a repeat of the same day. Not only do you hate your never-ending day, but you also hate yourself. Okay, we're just repeating the same stuff here. We're gonna look out the window. Same stuff. Look at the alarm clock. Yep. Look at the picture. Yep, now we know we shot her. Go to the bathroom. Open the drawer. Close the drawer. Go to the bathroom. Shave my beard. Go to the living room. Go to work. You wear your suit and head off for work. It's a rainy day, but you've lost your umbrella. You get wet till you reach the subway station. It takes about 15 minutes to reach there. Oh, hi, Brackenreed. While descending the stairs to the subway station, you pass by 2 teenagers smoking cigarettes. They are at most 13 years old. You overhear one of them saying this, "I watch TV to remember." Huh. You never wanted to have kids. They would probably be like those teenagers who began smoking at this early age. You took a sterilization operation a few years ago, but your wife didn't know about it. You're in the subway station. Nobody notices you as you haven't done anything interesting like cutting your face. Okay, that's not interesting. That's not good, and you should get help. Wait for the train to come. After waiting about 10 minutes, you see the approaching lights of the subway in the tunnel. I'm gonna get on the subway. I'm not going to kill myself. We've talked about this. After the train stops, you get in it with a crowd of commuters, and it departs. After 15 minutes, you arrive at an ugly gray skyscraper that you call Office Building. What an interesting name. At the entrance of your office on the 13th floor of the skyscraper, you see your boss. He is the man you hate most, an overweight bald man with a black mustache. You always wanted to murder him, but you always controlled your anger somehow. Because once you react in anger, you lose control of yourself. Yeah, clearly! He stares at you. Go to your cubicle. You get in front of an old computer. The monitor has a big tube that you hate. You start working on your shitty duties. You do repetitive things that should have been done by an automatic system. Your only break is looking at social media. It is actually forbidden in the office, but you found a back door. What a mood. You see a picture of a friend of yours at the beach. He is with your ex-wife and her new boyfriend. Oh no. We shot her after. Oh no. You'd actually blocked your ex-wife but her boyfriend so that you wouldn't be able to see them once again. But it doesn't work if they are shown in another person's photo. The couple looks so happy together. She looks happier this time than when she was with you. Nothing interesting happens the rest of the day. You feel quite sleepy. You won't need sleeping pills now. You fall asleep and find yourself in a dream. You never had any dreams during the time you got stuck in the loop. In this dream, you find yourself at the entrance of your apartment with your suit on. It is night time. Apparently you've just arrived home from a tiring day in work. No lights are turned on in the apartment, but candle lights are coming from your kitchen. You hear the voice of your wife coming from the candlelit kitchen. Honey, welcome. Go to the kitchen. She is standing with a pretty smile on her face. She is wearing a red dress. 2 candles are lit on the kitchen desk. 2 dishes of spaghetti bolognese? Bolognese? I don't know. Something. I think maybe it's delicious. And a bottle of red wine are also on the desk. You are surprised because you've never seen her this alive since the infinite loop began. While you are able to say nothing, she holds your hands. I have great news to tell you. What is it, honey? I am pregnant. You remember that you had a sterilization operation before letting your wife know it. A tantrum is about to overwhelm you. The situation makes you unable to say anything. Oh. Ooh, she cheated on us. We're not going to slap her. I thought maybe we would have, confront her. We're going to try to get calm. We're not going to slap her. You sit on the chair, trembling with anger. Darling, what is wrong? She puts her palm on her face. Explain her the operation. She listens carefully as you explain her how you got an operation that makes you unable to become a father. She defends herself. But I swear, you are only man. You are the only man. I don't know. How could you see the doctor once again? Can't there be a mistake in that operation? There actually can be, so we should stay calm. Oh, no. Something that you don't expect starts happening. You start feeling as though you're waking up from the dream, but you aren't in your bed now. You're in the kitchen, but as an entity without a body. It is impossible to stay, at which point you are in a 3-dimensional place. Your presence covers all the kitchen and you see everything. You see the bodies of 2 dead people, your wife and yourself. The gun is in your hand, pointed at your head. You feel the presence of a second entity, but it is not your wife. It is the demon or angel that kept you in the loop. You hear his voice. Do you know what? She was right. She never cheated on you. The operation wasn't successful. You are at the end of the road that goes down to the redemption. The loop is broken. Now follow me. I will show you where souls go. The end. Oh, that's so sad. And also correct. You shouldn't have shot your wife. You should have talked to her a little more and talked to your doctor. Or just trusted her, you know? You can't have a relationship without trust. I'm gonna say that one was the scariest so far just because of the noises. The gunshot was the worst. I think my volume might be too loud, but I had no idea how to get the volume correct because there's no sound anywhere else in this game. So we're going to go to check out After Funeral. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. You received messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. Oh, look, I'm back to belching, everybody. Congratulations for me. You received messages in your computer. Those claim to be your son's soul. He says he wants to be with you once again, and he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe his messages? Let's play. After funeral. You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenters song, Close to You. I don't know that song, but I know who the Carpenters are. Since your wife passed away giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, he was your angel, and now he is gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him home alone. Why did you leave an 8-year-old home alone? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When you arrived home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed motionless. His face was covered with a pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes, and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers, those you are not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all of this. I feel like even if you're not a religious person, you kind of know the general psalms and stuff and prayers that go along with funerals. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I've been to a fair amount of funerals. I can tell you what they are. Like, what the... I think I can, anyway. I know there's, like, the one Ecclesiastes one for sure, which is, like, there's a time for everything. Because I've read that one at a funeral. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. But what good would that do if it was you instead of him? Because he was only 8 years old, he wouldn't be able to care for himself. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. Yeah, quick conversion, what the heck does that mean? It's 14 o'clock now. Okay, so we're using inches, but we're using a 24-hour clock. Are we in the army? Let's see. It's 14 o'clock now. So that is 2 p.m. or a.m. You're a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Well, it's only 3 days. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. It's 3 days. That's not a long time. There are cigarette buds. Oh, not butts. There's buds. The friends are hanging out in the ashtray on your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. Oh my gosh, the doorbell. That is the exact doorbell that my house has. What the heck? I don't appreciate that. Okay. I see how it is. Anyway, I'm not gonna open the door. Okay. Please stop it with the sounds. The doorbell rings once again, but you don't respond. It's probably Bob, your neighbor and friend. You feel an urge to wash your face. Y'all ever just get an urge to wash your face? Despite the cold day, your face somehow got sweaty. After washing your face, you look at your reflection in the mirror. You notice that your eyes got red, mostly because of crying and being sleepless. You use sleeping pills, but they don't always work. You turn back to your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank, but no, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I missed you. Type Jonathan. You type Jonathan at the computer. Then the new letters get appended and the text on screen. Whoever types it, he, she, it writes fast. They are finished. When they are finished, they form 2 sentences. I can hear you, Daddy. Talk to me. Turn off the computer. You turn off the computer and the monitor screen goes black. Then nothing else appears on screen. You don't find anything to write your novel, so you don't need to turn on the computer once again. And yes, also the text disturbed you. You don't experience anything supernatural for the rest of the day. At night, you take your sleeping pills and fall asleep. Is every character on sleeping pills here? Like, that's what it sounds like. You're having a vivid dream. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. I noticed that they used the Canadian spelling for colorful this time, whereas last time they did not. I'm like watching the stream out of the corner of my eye because I can see you guys are at the part. You guys are at a part almost where I got spooked by the gunshot. Oh, that seriously scared someone. Oh, maybe that was. Oh, it must have been something else that got him. Anyway. You are still not content with seeing him happy. Oh. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness and angels. There are white dressed angels around him. Everyone is smiling. You are not a part of this dream. Jonathan doesn't see you. But you are still content with seeing him happy in this Eden. He was always a benevolent boy after all. He deserved to go to heaven. Oh my gosh, the stupid doorbell. You wake up to the sound of the door rings bell. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and open the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There is anxiety on his face. You take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case for repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madison, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with a pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is that this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Wolcott states that he finds the recent events quite interesting. Guys, the end. There are 2 possible endings. Oh, shoot. Oh. That was anticlimactic. I'm like, keep watching that part. So it's 11:42, so I think we have time for the final one, which is Ouija. And then I thought I was going to be playing way more games than this tonight. I have 4 games queued up. I didn't think it would take this long. This one said I'd be done in half an hour, but maybe it didn't count for me reading out loud. So, Ouija, you are a single father. Your wife Linda passed away while giving birth to your son a year ago. You will be able to use a Ouija board and contact with an entity who claims to be Linda in the story. Play. Loading. Ouija. I think it's Ouija. The Ouija board. New Jersey, 1981. Fun fact, I was born after 1981. I think that's a fun fact. It's pretty fun. You are a single father. Okay, maybe we'll go back. Single father, actually no, there's definitely single fathers born after 1981. I have no track of, I cannot tell time. Not just on a clock, but like time in years. Alright. You are a single father. You are a single father. I'm losing it. Your wife Linda passed away a year ago at childbirth. Again. Your son's name is Mark. He's a cute baby with blue eyes that he got from his mother. As expected, you are in agony with the loss of your wife. Mark is the only thing that you hold on to. All that matters. You have been in love with Linda since the first time you saw her. She was so pretty. You wanted to be with her forever. It still surprises you to have such a charming woman to fall in love with you too. During Linda's pregnancy, you lost your job at some point while having debts. She supported you in every way she could. Not only she was your wife, but also your best friend. You found another job after Mark was born, and Linda died. But of course it doesn't make you a happy man when you've lost your best friend and wife. Looking in Mark's blue eyes gives you all the strength to go on as a single father. You see the future in his eyes, and the past. The past when you were happy with your family despite of everything falling apart. You will lose everything if you lost Mark. Another reason what made Linda and Mark so significant is you had lost your parents too. Basically, you have no family members left except your son. Okay, I get it. I got it. We're lonely. Nobody to consult for things that you will need to talk with a family member. Linda's parents, you don't see those assholes anymore. Okay. All right. They have done wrong to you and Linda. Hermes, do you want to say hi to the stream? Hermes might not want to say hi to the stream. No, he does not. He is just being Hermes. Very cute. He's grabbed himself a chow, which is like a little block of food. He's enjoying it, I think. It is a foggy morning. You are taking a walk with an isolated green forest, which is close to the suburb you live. You can't see anything but fog beyond 5 meters. There is a single path and you are walking it. You know that the path leads to a lake. You have been there countless times. There is nobody else you can see here in this forest, but somehow you feel that something awaits for you at the end of this path. Walk along the path. You reach a lake and you encounter a woman who looks uncannily familiar, standing at the side of the lake. She's turning her back to you.